Hey everyone, Gladys Grace here. Just wanted to do an updated brow routine. I think I did one a couple of years ago, and at the time I utilized my Maybelline Expert Brow Wear. I tend to use the color medium brown and dark brown, but as of lately I have absolutely been loving this. I bought it about a year ago, and then it was difficult for me to find the actual color, and so you can find it at your local beauty supply store. If not, you may have to get this online. Not all of my local beauty supply store carry this particular brand, which is the Absolute New York. It is actually a lip liner, but it is absolutely perfect for brow, and this is in the color Hot Cocoa. A perfect wear, and it's a lip liner, but I use it for my brow. And again, this is in Hot Cocoa, and this is by Absolute New York. Let me show you guys how that tip looks. I know this has always been a YouTube trick just to get the camera to focus on the product. And this is the color Hot Cocoa. And it's not really a whole lot in there. As you can see, this is how much it's left, and as you can see, it is a very warm brown color. Okay, I wish I had bought my Maybelline New York to compare the color to. I'm pretty much sure that they could possibly be about the same color. And so anyway, this is what I typically do. I would just go in and just comb out my brows. It's late at night. I didn't really plan on this, so this was really impromptu. And I'm using my lens that I'm using was just recently gifted to me by my very lovely friend. Thank you, AP. I don't even think he watches my video, but anyway, thank you, AP, for my it's a used Sigma 19mm lens. And yeah, so he gifted this to me for my B-Day, and I am so grateful for it. And so yeah, the Christmas thieves almost stole my lens at my door, so my doorstep, when it was delivered. And so I'm so grateful for my neighbors that were able to caught them. And yes, my lens did not I've been wanting to get this lens for so long, and so I'm so happy that I finally got it, because all of my other lens utilizes an extension because I still own my Canon 60D. But then I wanted to get into what the mirrorless camera give, and just to kind of compare the two, and just to see if I wanted to sort of like pretty much go full-fledged and switching over to a mirrorless camera. I still do love my Canon. I don't know, it's kind of like this sort of like love thing with Canon. I don't want to let Canon go, but I do really love the mirrorless camera as well. But to go Sony is very expensive, so I don't have Sony money. I feel like Canon is a little bit more feasible financially, because the Sony lens are much more pricier. And so anyway, I think I'm being a chatterbox, so let me just get straight into the video, because it's already at 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Okay. And I tend to just look to see where where the natural hair of my hair would grow, and I just try to do little tiny flicks. I try not to go not too heavy with my hand. And this formula is a very, very dry formula. It's not soft at all, so it definitely aids, and you can feel when you're applying this onto your brow, there's like a bit of a tug are pulling, and it has a very sort of dry, waxy base, and so it definitely aids in simulating hair-like strokes, which is good. It's not slippery, and again, this stays dry all day long. So as you can see so far, I have one side done, and this is this side. Okay, anyway, let me try to do this quickly because this camera tends to get a little overheated, and so let me try to complete that for you guys. Now, this brow is a little bit tricky. I'm sorry for putting that in you guys in your face. This brow here is a little bit tricky. Anyway, guys, I had to finish the other brows off camera because it is, my brows, it takes me the longest in the morning, and so to preserve the time on the camera, I just needed to sort of like do this off camera on the other side. Anyway, next, what I typically do is I would go in with my Ruby Kisses. This is the 3D Face Creator, and this is level number 10. And this is this one here. Oops, did I break that? Oh my god. And I tend to use the color on this side. As you can see, this one is a little bit lighter, and I tend to go for this color right here. Okay, this one here. If I flash that just a little, you can see from a distance. And you can see this one is a lighter color, this one is more like a sort of like a peachy color. Okay, anyway, I use my, gosh, I've had this brush forever. This is the number 8 Low Cornell Soft Comfort. This is the chisel blender, and I believe, yeah, this is the number 8. So let me just go in real quick, and this is what I do. I'm probably just going to do one just for the sake of the video, as to not make it so lengthy. And so basically I just go in and I just start to really just draw a thin line right underneath my brow just to clean it up. And I tend to bring it all, never mind that it's all the way in here, because when I go in to put in my makeup, I tend to blend. When I'm contouring my nose, I tend to blend that so that way it'll go seamlessly into that. And it gives my contour into my brow a very nice seamless blend. Hence why you may see that my brow has come in a little bit more towards the center. It's not really a unibrow. It's almost a unibrow, but not quite. I think I have number, not 3 of these, but I meant the 3D. I do own 3 of these. I think I have level 11 and 14, I believe. I don't know why I'm trying to just dip that into the powder, but just trying to get that in there. Oh, I almost poked my eyes out. So really, this Ruby Kisses basically turns out to be my base for my eyeshadow. And I'm going to go ahead and set that. Okay, as you guys can see, this is how it looks. I'm not gonna go in on the top with that color because I don't really want any halo brows, but I tried to just blend that out precisely, you know, make my lines as sharp as possible without having to really go over it. Typically my eyeshadow would go over that on the top because my eyeshadow is obviously Not my eyeshadow, my foundation. What am I talking about? It's late, guys. I'm sorry. My eyeshadow would tend to, why am I saying eyeshadow? My foundation would tend to cover the top of my brows. Okay. And to set that, oh my gosh. Well, let me tell you guys, I have been absolutely loving this. And this is the Soft Focus Black Radiance. And this is in the color Creamy Bronze 9202. This is absolute perfection for setting the brows for your eyeshadow as a base. I know a lot of people use translucent powder, but this is what I do. I go in there and I tap this. This powder is like a very densely packed, soft pressed powder. And it's very soft, almost like an eyeshadow texture. And I think that's what makes it so great when applying your eyeshadow on top. Lately, my blending game has been so on point ever since I've been using these two products. The Ruby Kisses 3D Creator along with this Black Radiance Soft Focus powder. And as you can see, it has a warmth to it. This powder has some warmth to it, so which is great. This actually works great for a brow highlight. So lately as well, I use my L'Oreal Cream Cafe as my brow highlight, but some days I find that this works just as well. And so there hasn't really been a need for my Cream Cafe W8 by L'Oreal, the pressed powder. So as you guys can see, I just sort of pack this on very, very lightly. And as you can see, it looks very, very, very seamless. And that's the way I've been doing my brows lately. So again, that's the Absolute New York. It's a lip liner, but I use it for my brow, and it's in the color Hot Cocoa. You can find it at your local beauty supply store that do carry the Absolute product. It is a little bit more on the pricier end, about the same price point as NYX, I would probably say. And this is what I do. Okay, I'm just gonna sort of like blend it on top just a little bit. And that's how the brow looks. I was gonna go in with some eyeshadow, but it's late, so I'm not gonna go ahead and, but I was gonna go in with this, which is the Ruby Kisses Midnight Adventures, the letter series. So anyway, guys, that was my updated brow routine. Let me know what you guys think again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.